Are you a morning person? Maybe you're an evening person. Does the time that you climb actually matter? In today's video, we're going to talk about what time you should be climbing to get the most out of your training. Hi, I'm Sarah from Send Edition, and welcome to the 3-Minute Thursday show, where we talk about tips, tricks, and videos like this in under 3 minutes. Before I get the clock going, all of the research and studies mentioned in this video will be linked in the description below. Without further ado, let's put time on the clock and get started. As part of the research for this, I actually reached out to you guys and asked, what time do you train climbing? 686 people have gotten back to me so far. 13% said morning, 12% said afternoon, 43% said evening, and 32% whenever. Does it actually matter? And there actually is a correlation between getting fit, performance, and the time of day when it comes to your climbing. So let's talk about that research now. First up is morning time. People naturally have elevated levels of cortisol and growth hormone in the morning, which is also what helps you metabolize fat, meaning that you're going to burn more fat in the morning when you exercise than any other time of day. This would suggest that if you are climbing for losing weight, then maybe you should climb during the morning. At this point in the video, you may be thinking, dang, I want to lose weight. Okay, let's start climbing in the morning. If you are not a morning person, it is unlikely that you will have an intense climbing session, and without that intensity, you're not going to get as much value from it. So don't force this. You might be surprised with the benefits of the afternoon instead. So let's talk about that, and maybe the afternoon's a better time for you to train. There have been studies to suggest that your performance is enhanced when you exercise in the afternoon. This is likely due to your blood sugar levels. You have had food to eat by the time you start climbing. This will enable you to have higher intensity climbing sessions compared to that of morning, especially if you're not a morning person. In a study published in 2018, 10% more calories are burned in the afternoon naturally than they are in the morning. I do a climbing session every week in the afternoon with my coach. I really enjoy it. I feel like I do get a lot out of it. However, my skin is done, and me typing on my little computer at my little day job, it hurts. So if you're concerned about discomfort in your skin, then maybe consider that. Now for the 43% of us who typically train for climbing in the evening, let's talk about the research behind that. There have been studies to suggest that if you exercise between 7 and 10 p.m., you may actually have issues with your sleep. This may not be that surprising, as you may get your adrenaline pumping, especially if you're sport climbing or something like that, where you might be falling and scaring yourself to death. In one study, they actually found that there was actually a decrease in a hunger stimulating hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin? This is what it's called, which can help with weight loss and management. Essentially what we're saying is, if you want to burn fat, then consider climbing in the morning. If you want to have higher performance and burn more calories, then maybe an afternoon climbing session would be best for you. And if you find that you are typically pretty hungry throughout the day, then climbing in the evenings may be the solution for you, as long as you're not directly getting into bed right after your climbing session. All of this being said, if you can't climb in the morning because you have work, then climb in the evening. It's better that you climb than you don't climb, just because of the time of day it is. So consider that before you make your decisions and changing your whole training regimen. The time of day is really an insignificant slice of the pie when it comes to getting the most out of your training. If you want to know what you should be doing during your climbing session, especially if you only have 60 minutes, then check out this video. I talk about what you can do to optimize that time. This week's highlight is from Thomas, who wrote, I started climbing barely able to do V2s, but now I can flash most V5s and project V6 through V7. It's only been 3 months. I know I have much more in me. That is incredible. I am so impressed, and I assume that you're incredibly strong, so keep it up. If you like this video and found value, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who may also be interested. Your support really means a lot, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. If this video was helpful, please give it, oh, got a comment highlight.